Hi, I'm Kent Kultgen, Superintendent of Snohomish Schools. I'd like to talk to you today about the decision-making process on weather-related school delays and cancellations. The safety of our students, staff, and community are paramount as we watch the forecast and act upon the conditions that Mother Nature throws at us. The following steps are guidelines to that process. Step 1, we assess the forecast. We keep an eye on the weather forecast and using such sites as Weather Underground and the National Weather Service as our primary sources. We constantly monitor these sites and other media outlets for the possibilities of snow, precipitation, and freezing temps. If the forecast calls for threatening weather, our teams are preparing the day before and ensuring that all hands on deck for the next morning. Step 2, drive the roads and inspect facilities. On the morning of a possible closure or delay, our transportation and facility supervisors are out driving the roads, checking facilities, and our parking lots. Even on mornings when schools aren't impacted, our crews are out there ensuring that our walkways and our parking lots are safe. Step 3, we are in constant communication with our surrounding districts to see what they're experiencing and to find out what their conditions are like. Step 4, make a decision. At 4:30 a.m., all the information is gathered, and I make the decision whether to cancel school, delay school, or continue school as usual. Step 5, communication with our parents, staff, and community. Once the decision is made, we immediately contact our staff and parents. This is done through phone calls and emails. Along with this, all the local news stations are notified, and we post this information on our website. With that being said, our district has some unique barriers that we must consider. For example, we're a very large district and the weather varies extremely across the region. Whereas it could be raining in Snohomish, it might be snowing and ice forming up north. Additionally, with this large district, a lot of our bus routes are very long. We have buses leaving the bus garage as early as 5:45 a.m. Also, it only takes 1 or 2 degrees to make a difference, and these dips in temperature seem to always take place around that 4 to 7 time frame. So what can you do if it looks like the weather is going to impact our schedule? I encourage you to keep an eye on the weather through the websites that I mentioned earlier in this video. If the weather looks like it's bad, please check our district website, local news, and our Facebook page for information. Believe me, your phone call will be made, but sometimes it takes up to 30 minutes as we call over 20,000 phone numbers. Lastly, as you're well aware, this is a very difficult decision and sometimes the weather is unpredictable. Please know that our every action is done to ensure the safety of our staff, students, and community. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions or suggestions, please don't hesitate to contact me.